Okay. Now I want to add the boots. The same process, just masking. Do a max selection. And try to get the both from your concept, if you have a concept, if you have a comic reference. I like to do these characters in the old or classic suits. I know that, for example, you can see this Avengers movie where Marvel Studios create these new suits for Captain America, or you can see many interpretation of the Captain America suits. It is possible. It's okay if you want to apply a design and you consider that you have a good resource on your skill to create new designs. Go away. Why not? You know, for me it's more about, I'm a huge fan of Alex Ross art, for example, that use these classic suits. We have more motion on the clothes than tech aspects or design with high tech or something like that. You know, it's just because I more fun about to create these things on the classic way of the comics. Also because make surface on all the things is another process, workflow, I think so. But it's not difficult to do, it's just learn the way to do. Maybe I sometimes I change small things on the suites to create my own design on things, you know? But it's really small. Sometimes it's better has less than more. It's difficult to get this concept in your mind, but once you got that idea, you will see why. You know, sometimes much more is to noise. Sometimes a smooth surface has more to say than a surface with a lot of things, you know. For example, for me, it's important to try to keep the anatomy lines. I'm curious about this, you know. And extract the boots as well. So use the same extraction tool. On the subtool palette, extract. I would like to apply more thickness on that. 0.008. Let's see what happens. Extract. Is too much. 0.005. I think it's okay. This way. Release the max. Release the max on that too. Polygroups. Oh, let's see again. Oh, well, it's the same here, you know. Remember the walls. Select the mask, the inner max, and close the hole. Select the inner max, close the hole. I'm going to separate these pieces. Polygroups, group mask with the other one. Subtool, group split. Okay. Don't worry, it's still there. It's because I am using the solo mode. And I'm going to apply Dynamesh to this too. Also really low resolution. Maybe it's a letter. Maybe no. For me, I will have a letter boat on my character. So I want to apply some wrinkles really quickly from here. To identify the boat and make a difference with the other part of the suit. Then we have to create a border here. And maybe some to here, to the part below the feet. You know, maybe want to look more like a boot with some kind of cool design on this part. Let's see what we kind of do there. For now, just options for me. Okay, the same for the other. Oh, let's paint this with the same color and same material. Change my base matte gray material. I want to move the same wave on this really quickly. Yeah, just get a basic shape to have an idea. Okay, sorry, I have to change to my Seat. Then we need to look reference for superhero boats or letter boats to analyze the behavior of the wrinkles really well. This is just some that I have on my memory, but I just want to move really quickly. Then again a border really quickly here using clay tools. Okay, and I'm going to apply color there. This to saturate it. Let's see if I can increase the saturation. Yeah. So let me save the file. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts of my character. On this point, I am increasing details on the survey. Divided the character in two parts. So I'm going to duplicate my character, and really quickly I'm going to use trim curve to cut. Just use Ctrl-Shift from outside the character. Release Ctrl-Shift, apply Alt, Alt, Alt to create the curvature, Alt, and the shadow part behind the dot line is the part that will disappear in this cut. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's not a problem. Then I'm going to apply the same thing for the other. In the opposite way, Ctrl Shift from left to right. See that the shadow is on the upper part, on the part above the dot line. And all the things there will disappear. Now I have two sections, this and this. It's really cool because if you want to increase oh, I delete this. Be careful with that, but no problem. Maybe I will have the bell, the red bell there. Okay. If you want, I was talking about separate the things in many parts, because if you want to or increase the details on the torso, all the arms, you can increase here the things, even here, and if you want, you can work individually on his own resolution on each part. No. Now maybe we can separate the head. Maybe no, it's necessary because the head has interesting things to work there. Talking about details, no, it's not the same. If you apply subdivision on the whole character, you will have the same amount of polygons on the whole piece. If you want to have more detail to make the edge lies or the lips or details on the lips, you need to increase the details just on this part. It's possible, but it's better and comfortable work on separated pieces. You will have more control. No. I'm using the lasso max selection here. Also, on this stage, you can analyze, you can create things to hide the cuts. That is another process on these pieces. Sometimes you have to do this cut process. I mean, the cut process, I'm talking about these collectible pieces. Sometimes you will receive the whole body, but sometimes you will receive the half body and the legs and the head separately. So you need to create these pegs and keys and holes to make this thing working. So sometimes it's important in the design process, things in that, you know, you have to cut, you will have to remove the head, or maybe you have to produce the torso separately from the legs. So it's important have lines that hide that cut. For example, I can create a nice shape here to hide the torso from the other, or I can create a nice design here with these muscles lines and select this head, for example. Well, this is another way to cut. Let me show you. I select the max. Okay. Polygroups, group masket. Or you can select and go to geometry edge loop mask border, and you create a border here. Then separate this in 2 pieces. Okay, apply Dynamation 1 of the and Dynamation the other. We have the pieces here. Polygroup, group masket, modify delete hidden, and apply Dynamesh. Yeah, and I have 2 pieces to work here, so you can now work on the neck and the head separately from the suit, and you will have a nice section to cut the character there if you need to remove, or you will use switchable heads. For example, some kind of collectors like to have many options to display the head of the character, and sometimes has an old face with barb, or sometimes has a long hair. Yeah, depend of your custom availabilities, or depend of your design, you know, the company design. Okay, and I can then apply my color here. Let me select this, not too black, color on this, and include it. Change to mere black here, and color black here. Then we're going to apply a skin color to this. Fill object. And let's paint the symbol really quickly here. Color fill object. I'm going to use my brush just in RGB because I have the color applied. If you want your color not too smoothed, increase the drones or the drone focal shift to the opposite way. You will get a sharpened line there. And apply it to small ray. Well, now it looks more like a superhero since we started. Okay, it's Captain Rayo. Cool. Now using the this color, I want to show you that you can extrude this if you want to work on the symbol separately and do some kind of sharpen thing, something like that. The new ZBrush has an amazing tool here on the max sections called Max by Color, where you can select a color, just click this and drag to the color do you want to select it, say OK, and I can use my max. Well, sometimes see this difference, guys. I will have a really bad shape with this resolution, so once you paint it, just to have that, let me save this really quickly. Duplicate your model as an instance, I think, and increase, just applying Ctrl D, increase the subdivisions, Ctrl D. Oh, I don't want the folder, sorry. Yeah, I have 5 millions. Let's see what happened with 22 millions. You will have more resolution. Experiment with that. You want it, you have to fail. Let's see what happened, how my computer support. Masking, mask by polygon, select this. Yes, okay. Now you have a better resolution, and you can play with these settings a little bit. So you can blur out your max or shrink your max, and then sharpen, and this will change the border. You have more resolution. Oh, let me change to max pen. Okay, and you can extrude from that. Extract. Oh, it's too much. 0.003. We have it before. I think it's okay. And let's do the same for the ray symbol. Masking, mask by poly. Now select drag from that, and you have selected the ray. Okay, extrusion. Oh, sorry. Nope. I apply Dynamesh. Be careful with that. If you increase your levels to a highest level, try to turn off. Try not. Always remember, turn off Dynamesh. Because if you are applying details on highest levels, sometimes you have to drag a max, and doing this movement, drag, you will apply Dynamesh. Each time that you drag outside the object as release the max or something like that, you will apply Dynamesh. Okay, so always remember, when you are applying details, turn off the Dynamesh, because maybe you are applying details and you have Dynamesh on low resolution. You will lose the thing that you're doing, or sometimes the computer will crash if you have 20 million polygons up. Okay, now do the things again. Max king, max by polypane. You want to select the yellow. Look, this you can increase the tolerance of the crease. I think 30 is okay. Okay, and I'm going to apply this as an extraction as well, but I'm going to increase a little bit more, 0.5, to have 2 levels of the symbols there. Okay, looks quite interesting. Color, fill object, and let's see what color we have here. Now I can delete this, I don't need it. Yeah, I don't need that the instance more. Select the color and apply the color to this. Okay, then you can apply Dynamesh and soften things a little bit and play with the shape. You can play then with the shape, with the symbol, to do a nice design or create a hard surface design there. It's interesting. I will see what can I do with this symbol. You can have a really nice get a really nice design from there. Well, one more thing, the belt. For this proposal, I think that I'm going to add something really quickly. I want to add a cylinder. Just to see how it's look. Yeah, I just select a cylinder and move the cylinder to the body and try to follow the contour. Remember, this is just to see how the things are working, you know. Do the things something really quickly to get conceptualization, ideas, get new things on the workflow process. Apply the color section here. Then you can extract really quickly from here. Oh no. I have to return to the focal shift in 0. Yeah, maybe I'm going to play a little bit on the boot design. I'm looking for cool reference. Well, let's apply this another shape really quickly. This is the character as I saw on my reference. Okay. And I need to plate this circle on the belt. See here. And use a cylinder. Again, insert. Sorry if I move really quickly. But it's the same process to add shapes. Go to insert and look for the shapes. Sometimes when you have a big amount of subtools and you need some subtool from another, it's possible to drag. Or insert from another project, you know. How it works, as you can see here, insert. Look, all these options came from the other tools. When you are, for example, I'm over this tool, maybe I need it, and then you can up it, just insert at the end or insert here directly. You will have the piece there, okay? But I don't need it anymore. Well, this is a totally different things related with this, you know. You remember this guy at the beginning of the process with any kind of good shapes there, but I have the main idea on this base until I have this, and I can continue adding and adding more things, you know, to complete the project. Okay.